Hey, Nicole Huntsman, your astrologer from moderncosmic.com. We're going to talk today about Mars and the Sun in synastry. All right, so with Mars and the Sun, Mars is our little planet that we associate with passion. And the Sun, of course, is what we associate with someone's identity and their life, sort of their life force. These two planets in astrology we think of as having heat to them. And in a relationship, in the way it expresses in a personality, when something has heat, it causes something else to move, right? Heat makes air rise. Heat, fires are moving, they're dynamic, all right? So in an interpersonal relationship, Mars, we look at Mars as it is a sexual planet. It's our libido, it's our passion, but it's also the part of us that wants to fight, how we handle conflict, things like that. When you have Mars and the Sun in certain aspects in synastry, you see very particular things happen. So let's talk about this. First of all, let's talk about the conjunction. So a 0 degree, this is when you got two planets that are at the same degree in the same zodiac sign right next to each other when you do a chart overlay. With this, I love this. I actually love this particular aspect because you've got one person's way of doing things, the way that they take action, how they feel their passion, their sexuality, their outgoing flow of energy, right? Is in the same exact, it works and operates in the same way as this other person's general way of being. And so there's this very nice simpatico here that happens, okay? I'll use an example. Let's say we got a Cancer Mars, we have a Cancer Sun. So Cancer Mars isn't super happy being in Cancer, actually, because Cancer is a sign that doesn't like conflict. It doesn't like fighting. It would typically withdraw and hide, sneak away kind of a thing rather than fight. It's not comfortable. So Cancer Mars, many times when there is a conflict, they don't want to fight directly with someone they care about. They would rather, so it comes out in passive aggression. It comes out sort of more subtly, all right? A Cancer Sun sign, someone who's a Cancer will recognize this behavior and will know exactly what's going on because it's part of their MO as well. Also, Cancer Mars is going to be someone, when it comes to their sexuality, Cancer Mars has a bit of an ebb and a flow. It's phasal because it's like the moon. The moon's always changing. So these Cancer Mars types, whether you're a man or a woman, there is a high degree of in the mood for love making and not in the mood for love making kind of a thing. And the Cancer Sun will understand this. The Cancer Sun, they have a similar phasal thing happening with their personality. So, and they're also sensitive to other people and they'll get where you're coming from. Okay. So there's this natural kind of simpatico. Now, let's say you have with your partner, let's say we've got something that like a sextile, which is also a nice easy flow, or a trine. These are both nice. A sextile is when you've got the planets in two zodiac signs that are in complementary elements, like water and earth, or fire and air, things like that. And then with a trine, you've got two planets that are in the same element. Okay, trines are really easy flows, and so trines will feel more like we just get each other. It's a little different than the conjunction. The conjunction I really like because it's just very natural. You just the woman, if it's the woman's Mars and the man's Sun, the man represents like her ideal male, her ideal masculine. Okay, it's very lovely. And in the other direction, the woman will feel very sexy to the man because she's holding space in Mars. So he'll be like, ooh, it's the same, it's the same. Her sexuality will be like the way he is. And so there's a natural vibe thing that happens there. But anyway, with the trine and the sextile, it's a little different. It's a little more dynamic. There can be, depending upon the signs, obviously, on the planets, this plays out differently. But it's a nice flow. It's harmonious. It's sexy. There's this, the way you want to do things, I like, or the way that you are turns me on, or the way that you are, or the way that you do things inspires me, it pushes me, it challenges me, but in a positive way. For example, I was a personal trainer and my Mars is in Cancer. A lot of my clients, actually, the few that I worked with one-on-one were Cancer Suns, which is really funny. It was like the way that I would challenge and push them, and my athleticism even was something that they could relate to. It fit their personal sense of themselves, okay? Now, let's talk about the harder aspects. So if you've got a square, that's when you've got the planets that are in zodiac signs that are in the same modality, okay? So say you've got a square going on. Let's say we've got let's do a hard one. Let's do like Scorpio. We'll do Scorpio Sun, Leo, Mars. These are two pretty stubborn, fixed signs, right? So when they're squaring each other, there is competitiveness. There is pushing each other. It goes beyond inspiring someone to take action into, you're really annoying me. The way that you do that pisses me off. Okay. With, what did I say? Leo Sun or Scorpio Sun, Leo Mars. So that Leo Mars is going to take action in a way that's bold. There can be a little bit of a know-it-all thingy that happens a little bit with this one. Leo Mars is actually really lovely. I've actually dated, strangely enough, like 3 or 4 guys with Leo Mars, and it's a very masculine placement. There's a lot of pride. They take pride in sort of how they do things, and sexually they take pride in being good lovers and that kind of thing. So with a Scorpio Sun, though, Scorpio Sun, both of these people are going to sort of want to do things a certain way, and they're going to fight over, and they both let you know how they want things to be done. There's an assertiveness to both of them. So there's power struggles big time. Okay, so squares many times end up being, with the mutable signs, mutable signs aren't going to be quite as bad, but fixed signs that square each other can be really tough, and the cardinal signs too. Cardinal signs squaring each other isn't as bad, though. Cardinal signs, ultimately, they're both interested in making things happen. You could have them be too competitive with one another. That's what you have happen with cardinal signs. So there can be kind of who's the boss happening a little bit with that setup. And you can also have, if you've got like Aries in the mix with a Cancer, let's say, then you've got hurt feelings all over the place. Or, that Cancer really being passive aggressive and the Aries like not really knowing what's going on with the Cancer. Okay, so and then the last one, of course, is an opposition. So an opposition, this is when you've got, 2 signs that are opposite one another on the wheel, the zodiac wheel. This can be nice. It can be very hot, especially initially. A lot of attraction, a lot of like just that sparky chemistry initially, like, you're kind of delicious to me. Let's use Aries. We'll do Aries. Aries and Libra. So with Aries Sun, Libra Mars, okay? That Aries Sun is quite strong. The Sun likes being in Aries. Mars does not like to be in Libra. Mars rules Aries, which is opposite of Libra. And so Mars is about, and Aries, they're both about kind of being decisive. They're the warrior, Libra is the peacemaker. And when you put Mars in Libra, it's kind of like, I'm the peacemaker. I want to do things in a way that's harmonious, that's creating harmony in my relationships, that's balanced, that's, where there's a high degree of equanimity, that kind of thing. And so let's say we've got an Aries male, because it works best for this. Aries male, Libra, and then a female with a Libra Mars. The Aries male will be really attracted to Libra Mars because he holds space for this thing that she's not very good at. His assertiveness, his kind of cockiness, his directness, his masculinity will be really sexy to her. She'll be like, "Ooh, yeah, you're hot." It's really truly it's that those are the words that you would be saying or thinking. You are hot, and that's what happens. We have 2 hot planets touching each other. But what's going to happen is that Libra Mars may feel a little bit. She may feel that Aries. The Aries will get a little annoyed with the way that the Libra Mars does things, like, hurry up, and why can't you decide what you're doing? Make up your mind, that kind of thing. And also the Libra Mars has this constant desire to bring the 2 of them together, and the Aries will start to feel a little bit like, you could feel a little stifled by this Libra Mars. And this is taking into account, this is if you've got other things happening with that Libra Mars or that Aries Sun with other aspects in the birth charts, then it's going to play out differently. But we're just saying a pure, opposition here. But that Aries is going to feel a little bit like she's wanting to control him or merge with him in a sense. Libra's not merging in the same way that like a Pisces wants to merge, but that she wants to have a partnership with him. She wants to be in a relationship with him. And he's going to feel like, no way, I want to be free. So there could be a little competitiveness, or not competitiveness, rather, conflict with these 2. And also, if, let's say you've got a really free-spirited woman that has a Libra Mars, you could also see something happening where it's like, they'd have great sex. This would be a really great, everything else being equal. It's a really combination for sexual chemistry. Hot, 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 hot. You got to have other things though to make this work. Like the moons need to be very, very happy, and Venus and all the other stuff too, in order for this to be like a long-term relationship. Otherwise, it's going to be just a really hot, steamy, sexy affair. So, at any rate, that's Mars and Sun. If you have questions, I know I kind of rambled today. I'm I had too much McCafe. Thanks, McDonald's. So I hope this made sense. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.